still the one lead. And I'm talking about this next card, which is a little bit here. It's Deep Sea Diva. This card's what really just made me fall in love with the deck to start with. I love plants. I'm a plant player. And Deep Sea Diva gives this deck just ridiculous synchro and exceed options. And that's what plants had, and I love the deck. This deck, I feel like this resembles plants a lot. And this is really the reason I fell in love with the deck to start with. But I'll talk about this a little bit later. Next for the spells, Monster Born, Heavy Storm, Pot of Avarice. I put in 2 Mystical Space Typhoons because the deck completely loses to Macro Rabbit Game 1 if you don't have MST and stuff like that. So I decided to go ahead and put them back in. And I cut out the Abyss Scorns for them. I mean, MST is really good. This makes it a lot more competitive. I put 2 pots in for consistency. You want to get to your salvages really quick because you play so many monsters that require dumping. And pot just lets you set up with Dragoons and Pike and stuff like that. It's really good. 3 salvage still. Salvage is a must in this deck at 3 because you're playing so many monsters that require discard. Like I said, I cut out the Scorns. I'm just playing 3 Spheres, 2 Torrentials. I'm thinking about putting in 2 Mirror Force again. Really like Mirror Force in the deck. It's a good card. Go to the extra and side deck real quick. I was toying around with this a little bit. Yesterday I was playing around with some people. And this stuff seems to work pretty good in it. 3 Max C's, 2 Prideful Roar. So I'm talking about that here in a second. 3 Skill Drain. I'm also going to set that to the side. 1 Space. 3 Gozen. And 3 Compulsory. Compulsory is really good in here. If your opponent goes to bottomless, I found that bottomlessing Linde is a huge problem. So if you cite some compulses in, that lets you protect your Lind a little bit and bounce their stuff back, whatever it is. It's really good against heroes. There's a lot of hero players. But talk about these cards for a second here. Prideful Roar. This card can only be activated in the damage calculation. So if your opponent's playing Shein or Lagia like that on you, they cannot activate their effect in damage calculation because it's not a counter trap. Counter trap's the only thing that can be activated at that point. So this card lets you bypass Shein and Lagia. So you can get over those 2 problem cards with just this 1 card. And then 3 Skill Drains. I know the deck does not play Undying, but you don't need it to for this particular build because you have the ridiculous amount of discard power. And when you get a Skill Drain up, it's really hard to get over a 2400 defense monster or a 2400 attack point monster or a 2700 attack point monster. Not to mention Lindy activates in Graveyard, so Skill Drain does not hurt the deck at all. You would side out your Divas for Skill Drains usually, depending on what your matchup is and how bad you need Skill Drain. If you side in all 3 Skill Drains, side out all 3 Divas, but if you're just siding in 2 Skill Drains, just side out 1 Diva or something like that. Just whatever you feel like your matchup needs. And then for the extra deck, it looks pretty standard to the regular Mermail Atlantean. Extra, it's Caddy, Scrap Drag, Gungnir, Librarian, Delorwyn, Armory Arm, Phoenix, Leviathan, Dweller, Zenmaines, Baja Shark, Abyss Trike, Big Eye, and 2 Abyss Gaios. Abyss Gaios is just a nasty card in the deck.